What's going on, Wastelanders? Draco Invictus here, and I am at the Starlight Drive-In once again. As you guys may or may not know, I lost the Minutemen headquarters that was here at Starlight. It is now long in the ether, but I am doing something totally different here on this build through, and I screwed something up at Starlight. I installed some mod that no matter how far back I went, and I couldn't go too far because I'd already done other builds and stuff like that, I literally had like maybe an eighth of the build area here at Starlight. And I had an idea a few weeks ago for something different that I wanted to do here, but I ended up not being able to do it because literally I could barely get out of the shack here at Starlight where the workbench is, and I was hitting the edge of the build area. It was bad, and so I installed this mod, the one that I'm using now, to try and fix it, and it didn't. It didn't fix it, but it actually. I try and steer clear of these clean ones because they add a bunch of stuff, you know, that I'm like, why? Just clean it like you said you did. But this one adds very little, but it does clean it up. It does add this hedge that I'm standing on all the way around, which realistically makes sense for a drive-in theater. Some of you may not be old enough to know what a drive-in theater actually is or have been to one. I actually have one that's about 40 minutes from my house. And no, not even that. It's 20 minutes from my house. And I go there. I've gone there a few times. And I've been to drive-ins my whole life. And there are very few and far between now here in the U.S. They've really gone away. But anyway, the old drive-in theater had a tall fence and typically had something to obscure the borders of the drive-in property, so that you couldn't just sit just outside the drive-in and watch the movie and listen. Because they had the old speaker boxes that would literally hang on the windows of your car. Now most of them are, you tune into a radio station. It's crazy. But yeah. So what they would do is they would put up a tall fence so that you couldn't sit just outside their property and watch the film for free. So this actually kind of makes sense from a real life perspective. So I don't mind the hedge. I may end up taking it down. But one thing he did do, let's go ahead and just get in. Here we go. He got rid of the wing, so I didn't have to worry about that. Cleaned up all this concrete here. Moved the water that was there kind of in the middle over to here, which isn't bad. We're definitely going to incorporate around this. Anyway, when I first walked into Diamond City, I loved the Diamond City market. It seemed like the central point for Diamond City. You know, everything revolved around the market. And then in Nuka World, you had the market there that was all walled in and stuff like that, and you had to walk through the doors to get to the market. But I liked that idea as well. So I wanted to create my own hub. So I'm creating the market hub at Starlight. And we're going to incorporate the diner. And I don't know how much of the screen we're going to incorporate, but we'll definitely wrap around the water there as well. And this thing is actually going to be rather large. For this phase of the build, I'm not going to be using too many mods. But let's go ahead and get into the build menu. You know, I started just a kind of a fun playthrough kind of a game. And I actually thought about doing a Let's Play, but I'm like, no, Let's Plays are so done in Fallout. So I ended up not doing a Let's Play. But I disabled a lot of my mods because I wasn't going to be doing any major settlement building or anything like that. I was just doing a playthrough. Matter of fact, I didn't even talk to Preston. I didn't go get them out of Concord. I just left them there and just ran right past them. But anyway, it's so funny that of course I did stop. I think I stopped here maybe to use the workstation, or maybe it was Red Rocket. And because I didn't have all my build mods loaded, it opened so fast and I went, wow, I forgot what that feels like. All right, so I'm lining this floor up. And this is essentially a 1x2 floor, but I'm lining it up. I don't want that one. I want, there we go, the thinner one. I'm lining it up with the center of the diner because that's going to be the key that I use for the rest of this. And I want it to come just to that curb there. Oh, come on. Steering down too much. And let's see. I think that's about as good as we're going to get. Because ultimately, we'll end up doing 3 of these here. Alright, so this is going to be the key for everything. And the reason why I line this up here is because I can also get in a second floor there. And it goes right to the building. So it is the perfect distance that we will need later on when we start incorporating the diner cafe thing. All right, so we're going to jump over to the thematic and practical mod and go over to the Trader Emporium structures. All right, so I'm going to use the one with the stilts simply because there is going to be a gap once we get off the concrete. See, there's a small gap there, and I didn't want them to look like they were just free floating. So we're going to go ahead and get that into place. Now, what is the difference between these two? The boards are definitely different. Okay. All right. I'll accept that, I guess. All right, so we're going 5 across in every direction. So that's the 3, so I need to make the turn now. And we will continue on. Oops. Let's move the other way. Thank you. Oops. Come on now. Hope everyone's having a great week, whenever you're watching this. And always, if you guys have any questions or anything, feel free to ask me. I get hit up all the time with private messages on Twitter and stuff like that, asking about different mods that I'm using or suggestions. So I'm always open to helping everyone out get the most out of their game. Because I know when I first started, I was like that. I never in a million years dreamt that I would be the guy that people were coming to for the answers. But that's okay. All right, how many is that? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I should know. You know, you'd think I'd know how to count in my head. But sitting here talking to you guys, I'm not. You know, I know what I need to be doing, but come on, thank you. But that's, you know, I'm talking to you guys. Shit. Get in there. Thank you. All right, now we'll make this turn again. Now, the one thing that we will not be doing is using the wall pieces for these floors necessarily, like the long ones. Or the wall pieces from the thematic and practical mod. And the reason being, well, I'll show you guys here in a minute, is that they don't stack. Oh, come on. Here, I'll show you guys just real quick. Okay, so here's just regular wall piece, right? doesn't, there's no snapping. Okay, but if I come back over here real quick, wood walls, the regular wood walls snap to that angled part. Now, of course, you can do this and a half wall there, but these still snap on top of each other. So we will primarily be using the old standard walls to build this out. So this is a really large space, and it's actually why I've always loved building here, because you get so much room. And it's relatively flat, and now with this mod that I have installed, it actually is. And I have checked. Now, the particular mod that I am using is not on PS4, but there is a version similar on PS4. So I did not want the PS4 people to be totally left out. Now, as far as the practical and thematic and practical, I know that this is not on PS4, and for that I am truly sorry. Because I know for a fact that there's a certain Brit that would absolutely love this mod. I'm sure there's more than one Brit that would love this mod, but I know of one that would absolutely love this mod. But alas, he is on PS4, and Sony are douchebags. Oh, I'm sorry, did I say that out loud? Oh wait, I don't own a Sony, what do I care? Say that. Yeah, this whole no external assets thing is a bunch of crap. What is that doing up there? I thought I got rid of that. I got rid of everything on the inside. All the projector stuff on the inside is gone. Alright, so there you can see, it is huge. And I think today what we will focus on is actually the water hole. Let's work on getting that wrapped up. And oh, that works out so incredibly perfectly. Alright, so we're going to create another ring around the water hole. But to do that, I'm going to need some spacers, because I know that I'm just throwing these down real quick. Yeah, see, it's already going to cut way in. So we're going to have to space these out. So let's get rid of those. Actually, let's we'll put this here. And this here. We'll just kind of get these laid out here, where ultimately I don't think our ring will be that big, but where we can grab them later. And let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 more. Alright. So, if we need more, we can always come back. It's just bouncing between these menus. I'm trying to be as quick as I can. Alright, let's go with... I want to go with 2. I don't know if I need to use these 1x2s or if it should be 1x1s. So we will try this 1x2 and we will see how it goes. 1x2. Shit. What did I just say? A key. Oh, no. Maybe I didn't need 8. But looking at this now, it is definitely the 1x2s. Because that's perfect. Well, as perfect as this is going to be. Right? Right. All right, let's get that tucked in there. Grab that. Oh, it's glorious. And I think I'm going to leave it as the 1x2s and not go with full floors. Or maybe I'll do some full floors, some... I don't know. We'll figure that out. But this will create a nice like water filtration building. And who knows, maybe we could also, because we're definitely going to have some depth here, you know, with these floors with the width. So we could even make this our water and power system room. So I like that. And since the center here is going to be, I imagine we're probably going to come out at least one more floor section, maybe two. Of course, it's all going to be varied, but our center is actually right about here. This is the center of the circle. And so then we'll put our market here. And of course, we'll need enough room for the shop stalls and for them to get in and out. So that's going to take up a good chunk of little space here in the middle. And then I don't want to have it all floors all the way through. So I definitely like the grass look here. And so we'll leave some space between the living ring and the shopping ring. How's that? And so we are going to need a farming ring. So let's see. We're probably gonna have more space over here. Yeah, because the hedge is further away. So we will go here and we will center it like we did with the water ring, because this is the center. And I don't know. Well, I guess let's find out. Snapped into place. Let's see how close we're going to get over here. Yes, this will be our hydroponics. How's that? Oh, that's going to be perfect because we want, you know, over there I'm not so worried about the walls, you know, of the floor sections that go into the hedge. Over here, I definitely want walls. So, I think... No, that is not enough build space. What if we go with 1x1s? Would that work? We'll leave this one here, so we're not pushing closer that way. Okay, let's just move this out of the way. So we're down a couple more floor pieces here. And then we will come back over here. I do like how forgiving these things are. Ugh. Maybe. Oof. That sucks. I was gonna say, well, you know, if I just take out this hedge, but then I don't know, we may clip the end of the builder. Let's find out. Okay, so I'm gonna jump out of build mode. I'm going to save here, delete that. Because I definitely am not sure if I'm going to actually keep the hedges or not, but if I end up wanting to keep the hedges, then and this doesn't work out, then we'll be totally hosed. Wood floors. Oh, come on, get. What the hell's your problem? What the hell is wrong with that thing? There it is. That was weird. Bastard. Really? Shit. Oh my god, are you killing? You're kidding me, right? Alright, let's see if this is going to be enough room. That might be enough room. And with mods, I can do planters. I can do the planters like at Grey Garden. So we could always set up a couple tables. But I was trying to keep all of the food stuff actually in the ground. So I think that might work. I like it. How close are we? Very. Ooh, okay. Yeah. So I guess I will figure out something to fill in this gap, unless I'm going to just get rid of the hedges altogether. I have not yet decided on that, but you know what? I think that is a good start to this build, and in the next episode we will we'll figure out something else cool to build. So let's see. See if I can make it all the way up. Ooh, made it. Now let's get on top of the spaceship. There we go. Oh yeah. That's going to be cool. And that's going to work out well. All right. If you guys have any questions, comments, kicks, or complaints, go ahead and leave them down in the comment section below. I do read every comment, and I try and respond if there seems like, oh, I need to respond to that kind of a thing. I appreciate all the great comments. If you guys have any questions or anything like that, feel free to get in contact with me. Whether down in the comment section below, you can find me on Twitter, the Draco Invictus. You can find me on Facebook. I have a page on there. If Facebook is your thing, I don't have an Instagram account because that doesn't make sense for what I'm doing. But no, I am all over the place, and I try and answer as quickly as I can. I love talking with you guys. So if you do have a Twitter account and want to chat, I love having conversations. Now, of course, if I'm at work at the time, it may be a little delayed before I can actually respond or something like that. But I do monitor my Twitter on my phone throughout the day, even though I'm not technically supposed to be using my phone at work, but that's neither here nor there. Shh, don't tell my boss. It's okay. Well, that is going to do it, Wastelanders. I hope you guys enjoyed this idea that I have here. It's going to be large, but when is that anything different from anything else that I've done? I try and do these little small builds and stuff like that, and it always ends up turning into something much bigger. And so I think that this, and I don't know why, but I end up in these long, like a series of builds at Starlight. But that's okay. I mean, this is a different design than anything that I've done before. And I think it will be fun. I think it's going to look awesome. Incorporating this building is certainly going to be fun as well. I did download a mod that allows me to close the blinds for the shutters. Come on, door, open up. See, I have a button here now. Bam! So this is all cleaned up in here. I don't know why this one piece is missing. It was part of the cleanup mod that I downloaded. I came in and this section was missing. And most of these I can actually blow out. So if I end up... I don't know what I'm going to do in here yet. I don't know. I may tuck a couple vendors in here and use this area outside the ring as where the caravans stop. So there may be a couple vendors out here that would kind of cater to the caravans, maybe a restaurant and a general store, something like that. So, yeah, I may end up using this as... but this building may also be the gateway to get into the ring. So you may have to go out on the wing and then enter the second story that will then take you down into the rest of the ring. And so that would be very cool as well. And of course, with the cleanup mod, he added that second door. But I don't like how this one swings out, but that one swings in and blocks. So I think I may try getting rid of that door and swapping it so that it swings outward instead. All right, Wastelanders, that's going to do it for this episode. And you guys take care of yourselves out there. And until next time, this is Draco Invictus. Shit, I can't even say my own name today. This is Draco Invictus saying this has been the greatest day in my life. See ya!